I'm trying to think that up there.
Yes. Go get on over.
All right.
Move this.
Okay, I see it now. Okay, hey everybody. Well, nobody's in here yet, but those of you that will be watching later, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. And so tonight we're going to be talking about homosexuality and gender identity in kids. But to start off, I want to do a couple shout outs. And also, please make sure that you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Coco the Experience. I'm going to be doing some other stuff besides my weekly podcast, so I can keep you guys entertained. So, I'm going to try to do some daily stuff or daily every other day stuff. Let's talk real life with Coco. Just to kind of, keep you guys engaged. I want to give a special shout out to my sponsor, Anisha Mitchell, owner of Crowley Boutique, located at 2218 31st Street, Inslee, Birmingham, Alabama, 35208. Also, special shout out to Akila Custom Creation. You can follow her on social media. That's her information. So, hey, Akila.
Hi, you guys.
Also, special shout out to Confidence in Color. She has the best eyelashes and lip gloss. I definitely love her lashes and lip gloss.
Where's some of
Yes. Shout out to Josh who has helped me use this new tool to do my broadcast on and walking me through it. I appreciate it. And I gotta shout out my own business, D&K Creations and Boutique. I do custom gift baskets, wedding invitations, custom apparel, and much, much more. So if you need me, just holler at me. You know where to find me. As always, Coco Activity Cocktails, drink specials all weekend long. We're sipping on lemon henny now. So the lemon henny got us a shortage on it. So a lemon henny is $12 for 16 ounce bottles. It's not included in the 3 for $25 specials. Okay. And also, if you know any information on Jordan Valentine, who's missing, that went missing last Saturday, February 27th, please contact Birmingham Police Department, Special Victims Unit at 205-297-8485. Or you can also contact her mother, Sharonda Valentine, at 205-383-6479. Let's just all say a prayer for her and her family, and we just pray that she returns safe and sound to her family. Okay? So we're going to get started tonight. Hey, ladies.
Hi.
Thank y'all for coming. So tonight we're going to talk about homosexuality and gender identity in kids. So I wanted to start the conversation with Mr. Potato Head. So recently they changed Mr. Potato Head to be more gender neutral, as well as some other toys. And the reason they did it was because they don't want to offend people or offend those kids that are having those identity battles with themselves. So, Akila, being that you have children, how do you feel about them changing some cartoons to fit gender neutral or homosexual characters?
So I am obviously unaware
Okay.
of the cartoon thing. So what's been happening with the cartoon thing?
So they actually are making some of the cartoons, or some cartoons, they're adding gender neutral characters to identify with children that are
By gender neutral, what exactly are they doing?
kind of like, well, let's not call him a mister because he may be confused about if he wants to be he or she. So they're basically taking off the titles and saying, well, let's just the gender be neutral, and then you get to choose whether you want this toy to be a boy or a girl based off what your child may be.
But there's also a Miss Potato Head, so I'm not really sure why are you changing it when you have a Mr. or a Miss. So whatever you choose to identify as, just go grab Miss or grab Mr.
I feel like that's a bit much. I mean, I feel like everybody ain't it. Where you have to. Everybody is not like that. There are men, there are women, there are men that prefer to be women and men that prefer to be, whatever. So I feel like there's no reason to take this toy and to almost put it in a category that it never fell in.
Mm-hmm. Just for one subject.
Yeah.
Just not to offend anybody.
And it's a toy.
Mm-hmm. And personally, just off doing this podcast, I feel like some people didn't want me to talk about it, but I decided not to back down because of other people's opinions, because it is something, especially when it's affecting our children, it's more to just not talking about it. I think it's something that we have to sit down and talk about because it affects us as a whole. Me personally, when I love all people, but I think that some children are exposed too much, and I think the children are being influenced by these choices that society is making, and that some of society is accepting it too soon. Just for instance, Dwayne Wade's son, I get why they accepted their son as he is, but I do think that maybe later on he may change his mind. And
to what?
I think that he may decide later on because he's only like 13 maybe.
I think it's like 11 or 12, but I don't know.
But he's somewhere in that
age group,
and he still has a whole lot ahead that he may change his mind later and say, you know what, I don't want to do this no more. Because that's just how kids are. They're figuring it out. So I don't think socially and I don't think to the world, I don't think that I would have put my son's situation out there because I think that in the end it may actually do more harm. I get parents accepting it because you want to accept your child as they are, but coming out to the world and not saying that you gotta hide it. I just think as a child, it being a child, I think if he decides to change his mind, that people are going to look at them a lot different.
I think they did it openly just so they can be, those people that say like, hey, it's okay. Mm-hmm. I think that's the reason why they came out openly and say like, hey, your child can come out openly with this and that. But me personally, I do think that he was too young for that. Like he's still fighting himself. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still searching. And not saying that, you shouldn't support your child. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm also saying that's a child. Right. He's still a child at the end of the day. So you have to be the parent in that aspect and, let them still try to figure it out instead of just publicly just putting it out there, saying he's only, 11, 12, 13, however old he is. Yeah, that's just my saying.
Yeah, I think that was just too much. And even, like, I have a relative, I won't say who they are specifically, but this little girl is 13. She's decided that she's gay. That's cool. Be gay. But at the end of the day, you're going to be a child. I feel like being a child already comes with many different challenges. You're going to have to go through so many different phases of life. You're going to be faced with many different difficulties. So I feel like as a child, your only focus is being a child.
Right.
Like, you don't necessarily get, if you want to be gay, that is cool. When you get to an age where, you know, you're of dating, you know, where I feel like, okay, you're okay to date, you can date whoever you want to date. But as a child, you are going to just be a child. You're not going to decide whether you want to be a boy or girl. You're going to be a child. You're going to go to school.
Right.
You're going to do your work. And that's it.
Right.
Like, when you get older, then you can make those decisions. But yeah, this little girl, like, she's only 13. She decided that she wanna, you know, she like girls. Cool. That's fine. I'm sorry, I have my child here. Haley, please go sit down.
I'm done.
Go sit down, please.
Hey, can we just go back to the Mr. Potato Head thing? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's just kind of bothering me. Seeing that Mr. Potato Head, you actually put him together. You can make him whatever you want to be. So why is this such a thing of gender identity of a potato?
I also feel like with the children,
you know, they also did it with Barbie and Ken. Like I think that they were supposed to change the body part.
there's a lot of stuff that's been
Change the body
happening.
parts? No.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
There's a lot
They're
going
doing a
on.
lot.
You're almost making it seem like heterosexual relationships are not
wrong.
in anymore.
Listen, let me say something about these body parts. Because even if you're gay, if you are a male, you still have a little ding-a-ling. If you are a woman, you know, you still have a vagina. Like, what do you change your body parts for? Like, it is what it is. You're still a woman, you're still a man. Whatever you identify as, that's okay. But genetically, you have what you have. So going to and going to change a body part, that's doing too much, and it's confusing a child at the end of the day. Now, once you get older, then you know that's just like, to me, that's just like you don't introduce a child to sex at an early age. Like, it's just certain things that you just don't introduce a child to, because let them be a child. Like you said, let them be a child. And then once they reach that age of whatever, then, you know, let them be exposed to that. But we are exposing kids to stuff too early, which is why we get too
even in the
grown
cartoons and everything. Like,
right now.
Yeah.
what's the purpose of that? Or even like I don't know how people feel about that, but I remember seeing something on Facebook where they had like a gay teaching in school. They had like a cross-dressing man come and talk to the children about like the gay lifestyle and let them know that it's okay and this, that, and the other. You're not letting them know. I feel like you're trying to persuade them
in harm's way. Because if you do got a child that's battling, you're introducing that to them or whatever, they may go off, and it's just like introducing them to sex too early.
Yeah, they go out and try to figure out what's going on, what it's about. Like, what
But that's definitely too much.
So do y'all feel as if, you know, now that they're introducing, you know, homosexuality to younger kids, do you think that there are some cases where children might not even be gay, but because they were introduced to it, like, hey, that's what I'm supposed to do. You know, everything is a trend now.
Because they
So
know what they see.
exactly. So because it's trending, let me go do it.
Right. Or try it.
Yeah.
Because most people, they do, you know, if it's an inkling in their mind, then if they think they want to try it, then they may go ahead and try it. But you definitely want to kind of keep them protected, and I do think that we definitely have accepted too much for our children,
Right.
And that's why they are really doing a whole lot.
And let's clear something up. We're not saying that there's anything wrong.
Yeah, we are
with
not
you being gay. That's not what we're saying.
We are not
at all.
LGBT
At all.
It's just that we want to continue to protect the kids,
right?
Because they are exposed way too early, and society has really done some things that have really just, you know, it's really confusing to kids because they're still figuring it out or whatever. We want them to do homework and be kids and not grow up too bad. And being homosexual is a whole nother level of, you know, just growing up or whatever. So we definitely want to keep some type of protection.
And I get that they're trying to like normalize it. That's fine. That is fine. But sometimes too much is too much.
They don't know, like even like in shows now.
It's
It's like
everywhere.
everybody gay.
Yeah.
And it's
Like
like,
it's nothing wrong with it.
it ain't nothing wrong with it, but damn, that ain't
It's
every
making
time I
it
turn
completely
around.
normal.
Mm-hmm.
It's making it completely normal.
And I don't want to say that it's abnormal.
Right. It's not.
But it's like don't force it. Don't force it on us. Exactly. Don't try to make it seem like, oh, homosexuality is what it is and heterosexuality is. You know what I'm saying?
That's not good.
Yeah.
Right. So, ladies, how soon is too soon for a child to come out?
To come out, you can come out whenever you want to come out.
Okay, but come out to the public.
Come out whenever you want to come out.
Okay.
If you gay, you be gay. You own your identity.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, when you're a child, you a child.
Yeah.
You don't get to make drastic changes. I'll say that.
Yeah. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can be like I said, if you gay, baby, you be gay. If you love this woman or this man or whatever the case is, don't let nobody tell you that you can't love who you want to love. But at the same time, you're not going to decide, oh, I'm 10 and I want to be a little boy now. Or I want to be a little girl.
Alabama actually I think they approved a law to where minors cannot have any work done or take any medicine to actually.
Yeah, because you're too young to make those.
Yeah, and I totally agree because you may change your mind later. And
you're
then
just too young to make those.
It's hard to reverse what you've done, just like anything. So I do agree with it. But that actually happened in Alabama, and I ain't never seen them pass that so fast ever.
Well, you know this is a conservative state, so they not gonna play that.
Yeah, that's true too.
They're not gonna play that.
Next question. Okay, so next question is, how would you accept your young child with a gender identity issue? For me, I wouldn't reject my child because I would love my child no matter what. But however, I do stand on that, kind of put my child out there in the public, I would not do. That would be something that, we kept as a family, as a whole, whatever, and kind of let them him or her figure it out until they were ready. So I definitely would not just put him or her out there to the public or whatever. That would be something that we would keep at home and kind of just see where, what they want to do. How do y'all feel about that?
Well, I don't have kids, but we would definitely need to have a conversation of how do you know? What makes you feel this way? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, as a child,
what makes you just come out to them and say, oh, because kids, I'm a teacher. So as kids, they don't think like, oh, I'm attracted to you like that. They don't think like that. That's not the way their brains operate. So for you to come up and say, hey, I'm gay, or, whatever it is, how? What is it? Because at this point, I'm concerned. Like, how were you introduced to that? To say that you
like something over
exactly. Like, I like this. Mm-hmm. Like, I just feel like at that point, they were introduced to it per se, if that makes sense. Like,
well, I can't even necessarily say that.
We shaking the table tonight.
But I can't even necessarily say that they have been introduced to something because children will tell you how they feel. I'll talk
because they're very honest.
Yeah, they're very honest. So they may just think, "Oh, I like this person. I think they're cute." It ain't even gotta be necessarily that they telling you they're gay, but it can be like a little girl saying, "Oh, mommy, I like that."
Yeah, but that's what she was saying. Like, what if they came to you?
Yeah, what if they did?
Like, they're coming out to you.
How would you accept it?
So at what age are we talking about though?
15 under.
15 and under. By 15,
Yeah, 15, I'm thinking you're saying like at the age of like 7. You know what I'm saying? Like that age is happening.
I feel like by the time you get about 10, 11, you start to know.
Okay.
They start.
But how would
you as a parent? How would I as a parent? You love
because everybody's not. I think women we're more open-minded than fathers would be. I hate the guys are not here. Because I think our instinct is to love our child regardless of anything they do. But you got some mothers that, be like, oh, they gotta go. And I don't think, because I know I have a cousin that, some stuff when she was having between her like 13 and 15, that her mom put her out at 15. And she's been out on her own since then because some stuff she told her mom, but her mama basically rejected her. But most mothers are not like that. I think fathers sometimes have a hard time dealing with.
Fathers have more of a hard time dealing with it when it comes to their sons. It ain't even necessarily about the girls. They're just like, oh, you gay? Oh, shoot. They kind of make joke out of it or whatever. But with the boys, that's when they really have a problem. And I really don't understand why. Because at the end of the day, I feel like you as a parent, they are already going to have people in the world that reject them and people that are, against how they feel and what they believe in or whatever the case is. So you as their parent, if don't nobody else love them and accept them for who they are, it's your job to do so.
Right. That's your seed.
Yeah, that's your child. You love your child regardless.
Yeah. So this question I didn't plan for, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. Do you think sometimes when kids turn out gay, do you think that maybe their parents had tendencies that they came out gay?
What you mean?
Like say you were gay or whatever, and you don't really know what you picked it up from, or whatever. You just decided that, hey, you're gay. Do you think that maybe somebody in the family was gay that made you gay, or that your parents maybe
I
had
definitely think there was a possibility because I know a couple people that are gay that have gay parents.
Yeah.
So I feel like to a certain extent,
maybe
there can be an influence there.
Mm-hmm.
They pick up on
in certain cases.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Influence. But I mean, some people, maybe they just, I feel like every person, what I'm saying, every person that is gay or whatever, they have a different experience on why they gay. It could have been somebody that was raped, what I'm saying, as a young child, and it just turned them
against whatever sex.
I feel like everybody has their own story.
Yeah.
When it comes to it. Now, I can't tell you per se because I'm not gay, so I don't, I can't really relate on that level. But from conversations that I've had with other gay people, yes.
Yeah, I think everybody has a different story, Will, as you said. Because some people say, they've just been hurt and they, tried the same sex thinking that it was going to fix things.
Right.
Some people, family members, some people have been molested. So I do think that it varies, and that's why you have to be just particular on your children. You really have to have a relationship with children to kind of understand them, because if you talk to them and you have that relationship, children will definitely be honest with you. As long as you have that relationship. It's when you don't have that relationship that I think that children, I think they kind of pull back when you don't have that relationship developed. Okay, and Akila, you asked me to ask this question: are people born gay, or is it a learned behavior? Some people, my experience, I got a lot of gay friends, and I do have some of those friends that say that they were born gay and they always knew they were gay. Me personally, I don't think a person can be born gay. I think it's something that you develop, not much of a learned behavior. I think it's something that you develop because it's something that you want or you yearn for. But I don't think that you're necessarily born gay.
Yeah. But okay, that's another conversation, because what are you born to? What are you born to like? Technically, you're not born to like anything, right? You're just born.
But a lot of people say that, that baby was born. That baby, they was always gonna be gay. They was born.
You don't know that. You don't know that. That was a baby. It was a baby. I don't think anybody was born to do anything. But I mean, I could see as it being a child where you're just like, I'm attracted to this sex more than this sex.
And honestly, I kind of feel like it's weird because you know how somebody can be grown, be 26 years old, boom, all of a sudden you got cancer. You know how like different things just pop up, like different. What can I? Is it? I ain't gonna necessarily say hormone. I don't know.
Different urges.
I ain't even gonna say that. I think it's like science. Like
a hormone imbalance.
Yeah, like something happens inside of your body that attracts you to certain things. Just like you, when you grow older, you realize what kind of foods you like, what kind of dress you like, whatever it is. So I feel like as you get older and your body is developing, then that's when your body has kind of determined for itself in some people. I really don't. This is just my thoughts. I really don't know. But I feel like that's what happens because when you're a baby, you don't like nothing. You don't like nothing, nobody, except your mama or whatever. So, I mean, what do you like? But as you get older, you're learning the different things you like in life. I think that's a part of it.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we talked about this earlier. What are your thoughts on parents accepting young adolescents as homosexual? Should it be private or public acceptance? I know I said it. I think it should be private. I just bullying is so heavy with kids or whatever. I wouldn't want my child to be bullied, so I definitely wouldn't go to the public with it. I would accept him or her as they are, but I just wouldn't go public with it. Like, some people, I hate when families, they try to do something, they gotta call and tell the whole family, whatever. That's embarrassing. So, I don't want to be that parent or whatever, and I want my child to continuously trust me and be able to come to me and talk to me. So, no, I would not do it.
I think if it's taken out in the public world, so I have like a different, I don't know. So part of me feels like if we're going out and somebody says, "Oh, girl, you the started dating, you got your little boyfriend," you okay to say, I don't like boys. That's gonna be your decision. Yeah, that's your choice.
How comfortable the child?
Yeah. I don't want you to feel like you got to like, "Oh no," and then not say nothing else. I mean, you can say what you want to say. But as far as just like me exposing to the world, she don't like girls. She don't like boys, whatever the case is. Nah, I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah. Demetria.
I mean, I feel like y'all feel protect the child at all costs because they're still your child at the end of the day. And that's what leads them to like depression and all this other type of stuff. So you should always have your child back regardless, even though you don't agree with it. You can express that you don't agree with it, but I'm still gonna love you at the end of the day because I still have to protect you because that's my job as a parent. Like I have to protect you.
I'll be back with
you. Okay, so my next question is, and really, I wanted to play this episode safe because I kind of got a little backlash, but like I said, I didn't want to bag out from the episode, and it is something that we need to talk about, just as a whole, because we have real issues surrounding us, and I just want to kind of tackle a bunch of different topics. And also, I was tired of talking about relationships, and that's all people we want to talk about. When I ask, I be like, "Oh my God, y'all the most in love people ever."
I have another question, because this is a big thing where people tie in homosexuality to Christianity. And they just focus like, "Oh, you going to hell." That's the sin.
That's like the biggest sin of the world.
And it's not.
No sin is bigger than that.
I promise you, I hate that. I am so quick to tell somebody like, "Shit, you got 6 children and 17 baby daddies. Who are you to talk about somebody?"
That's 17 of them.
Exactly.
I need a pastor sleeping with another man.
Right. So everybody talking about that's the only sin in the world, and that's not the only sin in the world.
God is still gonna love you regardless. It is what it is. We lie all the time. We cheat. I mean, no sin is bigger than the other. It is what it is. Because we all want to hear.
And for one, God gave us grace more than anything. And we talked about this on another episode. The Old Testament was the law. The New Testament was grace. God knew we was gonna mess up again. That's why He gave us grace. And if you got to think about it this way too. If we were perfect, we wouldn't need God. So God can literally use anybody to do His work and to do His will. So we have to stop being so judgmental. We got to stop putting God in a box. And we just have to, you know, at the end of the day, everybody has to answer for their own soul salvation or whatever, and have their own relationship with God.
Exactly. You worry about your sins, but I worry about mine.
Right, baby. Your sins might be too high for me.
I ain't got time to worry about your sins. I'm trying to get my own.
Right. I got my own repenting to do.
But then okay, so I might be going a little left here because people be like, people honestly about to go ahead. You know, people be saying you're gonna go to hell because you're gay. Mm-hmm. But then they'll turn around and say, God had your life planned out for you before you even got here. Like, so then, if God created me, you think God gonna reject me because I'm gay? Mm-hmm. That's not something that I can control.
That's something that a lot of gay people fight with too, because this might be people out there that just really don't want to be gay, but they just feel it, you know what I'm saying? That that's what they are, and they're just like, God, why did you make me this way? Mm-hmm. Like, people fight different demons, y'all.
Right. And some demons people need to keep to themselves.
Like, I know somebody, a girl that is gay, and I had asked her, like, well, she has told me, like, she was in a relationship with a guy. Mm-hmm. She's been sexual with a guy. Mm-hmm. She has tried to continue to force herself to be sexual with this man because not even because she wanted to be accepted, but
just trying to figure out if she like her or not.
Just her mama, they grew up in church. Mm-hmm. So her mama, you know, I already know how they go. Yeah. So, you know, she was like, okay, this is how it's supposed to go. Let me try to do it this way. Mm-hmm. But she said she tried to keep on staying in that relationship, but she just stayed with him or whatever the case was. And she was like, she was miserable because that was not what her heart desired. Mm-hmm. So I feel like, man, some people that have this situation or whatever, some people that find out that they like the same sex, they don't even want to be that way at all times. Mm-hmm. So we give them so much hell. And
I think you should do what makes you happy. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you have to live for you, and if that gives you peace, then be in peace. Mm-hmm. Instead of, I don't believe in being fake. That's always been me or whatever. So do what makes you happy or whatever. At the end of the day, you got to answer to God for your own sins, and nobody can answer for you. And don't nobody else got a heaven and hell to put you in either. So you might as well do what you want to do. Because I can't tell you what you're doing. Hell, don't do that. Don't be gay. And hell, I'm over here sleeping with the pastor. I got two babies. And he said a word, but I'm sleeping with him, and we ain't married. So how does
anything got a wife?
So how does that make me any better than you? It doesn't. So are children really gender confused or actually transgender? Depending on the age, I'll say they're gender confused and figuring it out. That's just they're still in development stage. So that's why I say they're gender confused. And I think you just have to give them time to actually figure it out, because later on they may not feel that same way, because kids change their mind often.
So how do y'all feel about the thing in the world now on whether you refer to a gay man as a man or whether you refer to them as a woman? Or, you know, some people like, I know I'm one that's like, you got a thing between your legs.
But it's what they prefer. It's their pronouns. Yeah. It's what they want you to call them.
Like, even like is it the man that played on what sports team? What is that situation there?
Okay, y'all. Yes. Let's talk about this. So it was two situations I saw with this, where some about he was a transgender and he's now a woman. It was a man. And you know what I'm saying? Like, he's running track and he's winning like gold medals or something like that because he's beating these women in track. I don't think that's fair, because at the end of the day, you are still a man. Like, you are, I know what you identify as, and that's okay. I'll call you whatever you want to be called. But that's still not fair when my hormone's still a woman and you still got these men testosterone going on over here, and you be me and race it. It's not fair.
That's not fair. That's not fair at all.
First, I just want to say, while we talk about transgenders, that King Amaya is the baddest transgender I have ever seen in my life.
She's really pretty.
So bad.
Really pretty.
So bad.
But me personally, like my gay male friends or whatever, I start knowing like, wait, one of the girls. Hey, girl.
I thought the ass thing for real.
So-
Shit don't even matter. I got a lot of gay friends too because I dance with a lot of gay people, men and women. I treat all this, hey, so bro, I really call all of them brother. It ain't really none that prefer to be women necessarily, but yeah, I just be like, hey, brother.
I respect them the same as I would my straight friends. So, but but if they okay with it, and sometimes you get caught up in conversations like, girl, if you don't shut up. But
I actually have a friend that is transgender but hasn't had the procedure because it's expensive. But she identifies as a woman, dressed like a woman, everything. The only thing she's missing is that part or whatever. So I ain't gonna say a name, but change your name to a woman name. You are who you. Hey, that's your name.
It's just what you
that's your
identify as.
business.
Yeah, if you want me to call you a woman, call you a woman. You call me a man, call you a man. Like it is. What it is.
Overall, it's your business, and if that's what you do, then it's your business, and that's all I got to say. Because I'm gonna mind my business. That's all I can do. So we pretty much have covered everything. Was there anything else y'all want to talk about? Like I said, I was playing this episode really safe, so it's not nearly as long as our other topics. Because like I said, I did get some backlash, but I didn't back down from the subject because I felt that it was something that we needed to discuss because it is an issue in our society. So I hope that whoever is watching, I didn't offend anybody. We are not against the LGBT community at all. We definitely support. Your lifestyle is your lifestyle. Ours is ours. Just be great in who you are. And again, I'm just gonna do my little commercials. Make sure y'all get y'all drinks this weekend from Cocotivity Cocktails. We have drink specials, 3 for $25. It does not include the lemon henny. The lemon henny is $12 each. And it is not included in the 3 for $25 special. I have my menu posted on Facebook. Thank you to my sponsor, Anisha Mitchell, owner of Crown Me Boutique, located at 2218 31st Street, Inslee, Birmingham, Alabama 35208. Demetria, thank you. I'm gonna need some more lashes and some lip gloss.
Got you, girl.
So make sure you give it to me. Thank you. But Confidence in Color, that's Demetria. Akila, thank you for always being here as well. Akila has things in Crown Me Boutique as well. Akila's Corner. So make sure y'all check her out. And I'm gonna be putting more stuff on YouTube. I'm gonna try to do it every other day, just a little fun stuff and how my day is going, so I can get my YouTube channel going. So make sure that you go subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. Coco the Experience. I have most of the old episodes up, so make sure you go subscribe so that I can get that rolling. Also, make sure that if you know any information about Jordan Valentine, who has been missing since February 27th, 2021, if you have any information, please contact Birmingham Police Department, Special 205-297-8495. You can also contact her mom, Sharonda Valentine, at 205-383-6479. I also know some more personal contacts as well. So if you don't want to talk directly to her mom, I have some of her sister's numbers. So just inbox me. And thank you for tuning in. Next we will be talking about life insurance and not having GoFundMe and actually investing in life insurance. And
that is so embarrassing.
Yeah. So we really gonna dig deep into that one on next week, so that we can get some life insurance. The younger you are, the better. It's cheaper, and while you don't have anything affecting your health, it's also cheaper because once you get older and you start getting things wrong. You know, your knees start going out because your knees get bad.
That happened to some young folks too.
Yeah, because my knees, when it started
I'm
raining.
just saying that to be shady. I
Yeah.
just want to let y'all know that happened to some young folks. Too.
Yeah, when it started raining, I be like, oh, my knees. I need the bio-freeze. But honestly, when you start getting other things wrong with you, the younger generation now, I've had I had one classmate that died of cancer. I have another classmate that has cancer now, and we're just 30. So try to get that life insurance while you have nothing wrong with you. Don't just depend on your job insurance, because if you decide to leave that job, then that insurance is extremely high to keep because you're getting a group rate.
I literally have 3 life insurance policies.
Yeah, so make sure if you got kids, you're insuring them too. But next week, we got a guest, Tasha Dove. She's gonna come on. She's gonna educate us. And if you wanna sign up for life insurance, she will be available as well. So next Friday, we'll be talking about life insurance and not having GoFundMe, because we are against GoFundMe. So until next week, we'll see you later. Thank you. Peace.
Bye, y'all.